In order to pass tech at the drag strip, obviously you have to have a few things. Seat belts, basically a car with no leaks. I don't have one of those. We'll fix that. And you need an overflow tank for your radiator. Now usually I just use these kind of milk jug looking things. They're generic. I don't know where you buy them. They're just milk jug thing. So I received a letter from Alloyworks. I've worked with them in the past. They make aluminum radiators, overflow tanks, shrouds, fans, transcoolers. They make all kinds of cool stuff. And they have sent me a radiator before for my Jeep J3000 Gladiator truck. The thing worked out great. They got back in touch with me, showed me they had a new product. They have the overflow tank. It's all aluminum. It's got a sight glass on the side. So this should pass tech, and it'll look decent on the car. Not that my cars are great, but I mean, if you got a car where you just want to hide it, you don't want that plastic milk jug thing hanging on there. So a cool feature of this overflow tank is you have a sight glass here and you got your fittings here, but they also got it so you can make it a right or left feed. So I need to put my fittings on this side and the sight glass on that side. As you can see, they give you the extra ports down here so you can move these over. Let me get these swapped over and we'll put the thing in. It's kind of handy because the plastic ones, you got one side and that's it. Maybe flip the bottle around, but you just basically unscrew the fittings on this side. I'll get that one later. You see they got O-rings on them too, which is kind of nice. Otherwise it'd leak anyway. And I got this unscrewed from the bottom and just take the plug out of here. And you got a left hand or right hand feed overflow tank. And even the plugs, like I said, they got O-rings on them. Pretty well made. And the thing, they're relatively inexpensive considering most things out there. Screw these back on. Oh, the other one fell. That's right. Screw all this back on. You know, you kind of you get the gist of it. So a huge shout out and thank you to Alloyworks for sponsoring me with this overflow tank. There'll be a link to this tank and other items that they sell in the description below. Definitely give them a check out. Like I said, the radiator I got works perfect, fit perfect. It may not look like it, but you got here about 10 this morning. It's about 5 o'clock now. As far as editing goes, you haven't been here that long.
No, maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes in editing time tops. But we did get a lot done on the Mustang. We still have to get going on the Falcon. She has to go home because she has to work a shift tomorrow.
Woo, I'm a manager.
So proud.
Yeah.
She's got to go.
I'm going to get dinner.
Yeah.
And wipe my face off, and because there's spray paint on it.
Right.
And my mitts.
And your mitt. Look at your mitts. Yeah. There's already hornets moving into this thing. Great. Yeah, we got these guys moving in. Great. That should make it fun. Should have a can of brake cleaner around to evict them. They're everywhere. See where he's going. Yeah, start ripping this thing apart. I got to find a place to put our overflow tank. I think we'll move the horn, set an overflow tank here, or maybe down there. But there's anything left in this. Yeah, they're a little something, but it's not much. It leaks right about here. It just pours out. So, all right. So I'm gonna get this thing fired it up, pull it up, get it up here in front of the shop, so it's a shorter distance between me and the toolbox, and it kind of more in the shade. Let's see how much juice is left in this car, if any. And save something. I did put antifreeze in here. Now, it looks more watery, but there's still something in it, so that's a plus, as I wasn't moving it around the yard with nothing in it. All right, well, we'll let that drain out and start ripping all this off. Now, I know I drained the radiator, but always put an extra pan under it because I got dogs that run around my shop. And, you know, this stuff is nasty. It'll kill dogs. It's like poison. So not much came out, but like I said, I just try and catch what I can. The transmission lines in this car are also they're just sweating everywhere. So I'm going to end up having to get all new trans lines. I'll probably put a trans cooler on it too. But like I said, let's just get this thing out of here. So my plan is, this car has dual horns, nothing electrical in this car works. So I pulled one horn out and I'm going to take the wiper bottle out because this actually is a really nice wiper bottle. There's no cracks or anything in it. I can use it for another car or put it back in this car if I end up restoring it or actually getting wipers at work. You could use this for an overflow tank, but why ruin a good one? These things are expensive. So I try and save all the new old stock stuff I can that's not totally decayed. Because to me, I'd rather have a 55-year-old part that's still good than some of these remanufactured parts that look good, but they don't even last. So now I got the washer bottle out of the way and the horn out of the way. I can get my overflow tank here. Now we got our it'll hold it in. Now I get the radiator put back in, fill it up, and check for leaks. There we go. What the heck? Oh, what the hell? Well, here we go, my first snafu. Both of these radiators came out of a 1970 Torino with a 302. This is Ford for you. Now, I'm a Ford guy, but Ford does some stupid stuff. That's the factory radiator. See that? That is 1.5 inch lower hose. It's 1.5 inch upper hose. This is 1.5 inch upper hose, and this is 1.75 inch. Ugh. So now my hose won't work. Now I got to try and either drive to town, find a hose that'll work, or get a flex hose, or I got to order one. I just want to get this thing done. You know, Ashley already left. She had to go. There's probably something in the video about it, but she had to take off. It's getting late. Part of the problem for me is I love living in Turtletown. It's a great little town. But if I need something like a lower radiator hose for a 70 Torino on a Friday right before Easter weekend, it's going to be impossible to get. So I'm going to put all my stuff down. I'm going to run over to O'Reilly's, which is about a 30-mile round trip or more. Actually, I'll just call them first and see if they have one. And I don't know. I'll check my hose stock, but I don't think I got enough. So I got to figure something out. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I don't believe it. I just got so lucky. I totally forgot about this. I'm sure all you guys have like just miscellaneous hoses and belts and stuff like that. Turns out I have a brand new hose for this car. This is my 71 Torino GT. This radiator hose is for a 71 Torino with a Cleveland in it. And now this hose is 1.75 inches. It fits that radiator. But I know for a fact, I was there when Russ pulled this radiator out. That came out of a 302. So I don't know if there's air conditioning option. It makes the hoses different, but oh, I'm so stoked. I got a hose that's going to fit. I just don't feel like driving all the way to town and back. At least I had it. That's huge. Absolutely huge. And then this hose is just going to go back in the pile. I mean, it's soft, a little mushy, but it's good for just you know, beater car for emergency, kind of like the situation we have right here. Look at, I'm spilling. Clean some of the schmutz off that. Put our shroud back on, a radiator in. Radiator pad things. Alright, so I got the radiator topped off with water because I ain't going to dump antifreeze in it because it's a flat broke garage. Hopefully it doesn't leak. If it doesn't leak, I got to pull the radiator and everything back out anyways because I have to address many leaks in the transmission line. We might pull the engine out and regasket it. But I just want to be sure I have a radiator that's going to hang in there and I can move it around the property. So let me get this thing fired up and we'll let it run, let the thermostat opens and see if we get any leaks. Well, we have a new catastrophe. Look at that. Transmission line just blew. See it shooting? Ah! I gotta fix the trans line. Oh, it went total Valdez. I walked away to go fill the jugs up with water and, oh, man, that line just let go. Well, I don't have any leaks. It ran for about 10 minutes. Like I said, I walked away and came back to hazmat. But we're going to fix the trans lines another day. It's like 6 o'clock. I'm tired. Me and Ashley have been working all day. Like I said before, she had to go home already because she has to go to work. It's frustrating. I'm going to go get some brake clean, hose all this crap off, and I'm going to go inside. I'm going to grill a burger or something. Kind of done. You know, you wash this fender off with trans fluid and brake clean, and it's a pretty nice color. You know, it's neat. It's different. There's a weird story about the color of this car. It's called Bring 'em Back Olive Poly. And that was for the Vietnam War to bring the soldiers back. And Ford used to give their colors odd names. And the paint code on this car literally comes back is Bring 'em Back Olive Poly. It's not the greatest color in the world, but that's kind of cool. It's respect for the military and bringing people home from the war. So I got a new respect for the color of the car. You know, it's kind of weird looking, but I don't know. I kind of like that. So it's a little kicker to the story of this car. There's my culprit. It broke just in front of that union. I don't know. I'm gonna just break the union and see if we can bend up a piece. But I mean, all the way back here, if you look, I should just make new lines, but I don't know if I have enough stuff to make lines. This transmission's oozing a bit. It just leaks so bad, but I think I'm just going to put a Band-Aid on the line. I know, fix it right, but all I got to do is move the car so we can move stuff around. Get Ashley's car out working on it. Well, I've searched through my drawer of brake parts and brass. I need one of these compression fittings to patch that trans line together, and I don't have one that size. I mean, these are the pieces. I don't know, but I don't have the ends, I don't think. So, we're going to go to the old standby fuel line. That's probably not the best, but like I said, I'm not going to take this car on a road trip. It just has to drive around my property and not leak all the ATF on the ground. Hose, clamp it on. Yay. More flat broke ways to do it. So I did actually get a newer piece of a new used piece of trans line to run from here back to where it broke. So this piece should be better, but this piece will be the next one to go. Fingers crossed, this will take care of it, and we'll get her up to temperature. Oh, I guess we got the flat broke garage approved fix. Now, this is all good, but like I said, we're still leaking way back here. I'm going to fire it up, see if this holds. Like I said, we're going to end up pulling all this out anyway. Just trying to stop the leak in the trans fluid from spraying up on the manifold and burning the car to the ground. I bet that's a pump seal on the transmission. See that leak in there? I think that's trans fluid. I gotta look. But that's probably a pump seal. That whole trans has to come out. They'll never let this thing race otherwise. Band-Aid time. Well, that looks pretty good. Might be leaking a little bit. Well, that can't be good. There appears to be power steering. No, we don't have a power steering leak. I'm calling this good. This car will drive, move around, and get out of the way. We'll just piddle a little fluid. But it's not hemorrhaging like it was, so we're going to call this good, get this thing set down, get it out of here. On the positive side, radiator doesn't leak. It's got some weird gravy looking stuff in it, but, you know. It ain't too bad. We'll call it a win. Look at that, it's even going in the overflow tank. So, overflow tank works too. Sweet. Well, as always, me and Ashley really appreciate that you stick around and watch these videos. Even though she's at home working right now, she's actually right here. The magic of editing. Ooh. So, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed,
why not subscribe?
Why not subscribe? Just, it doesn't cost a penny.
One little click, you don't have to do it again.
Right, and then you get to see our annoying faces every now and then when we put a video up, if we ever get around to it. We're kind of thinking, once we get the inside of the car done, of seriously sanding down the whole inside of the whole outside of the Mustang and painting it with those rattle cans.
You guys are gonna hate us.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It'll be fun. So be sure you subscribe, follow along, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you on the next one.
All right, bye. And you see, I don't know if you notice in the background, and if you don't watch the channel all the time, this is my 1964 Cyclone. It's pretty much all original. It was a 289 car, you know, I mean, but it's a survivor car. Got a little rust here and there, and got some faded stuff, but it's my driver.